Hello, I'm Jashikins, and welcome to another exciting episode. that just sounds so fucking cheesy and fake. But anyways, hello, I'm Jashikins, and welcome to another episode of Jash Reads. Tonight, we will be continuing Animorphs number 7, The Stranger by K. Applegate. Yeah, just as I thought, oh, don't yawn, I was like, oh, here's a yawn. Before I start, I want to say that the plan today was to work out insurance by maybe 5 p.m. and then I'd record the first video of the day, and then the whole making a YouTube video into a MP3 file just so I can just getting the audio, and then start to test upload it on some sites. And then afterwards, I recorded the second video. The problem was that the insurance took way longer to work with, and we're still not really done with it. And it left me so tired that I filmed the first video tonight too late. And, by the time I finished filming the first video, the night Revs was tired. I mean, I'm exhausted, even though I'm like, yeah, it's happy and cheery. Trust me. Behind the scenes, I'm fucking exhausted. And so yeah, hopefully we'll get to work on it tomorrow, but we still might be dealing with insurance bullshit, so again, put, real life over blogging. And now let's actually get started with the next chapter of Animorphs number 7, The Stranger by K. Applegate. That's where the city arena should be, I said. It's where we saw the circus. The arena. That big department store. That building that used to have the tall antennae on top. They're all gone. Marco said. Just gone. And their place was a yerk pool. Pool of shocking size. It was a small lake, really. You could have ridden around on it in a motorboat and not looked out of place. It was 3 times as wide as a football field is long. Maybe 4 times as wide. And all around it were cages. Just like the underground yerk pool we knew too well. But there was a difference here. The humans and Hork Bajir in these cages no longer called for help. They cried, they sobbed, or more often they just stared blankly into space. But they did not call for help. They knew there was no help coming. They knew that hope was dead. We just stared, the 6 of us. Just stared emptily. A human controller brushed past us, jostling me as she went. "Excuse me," I said in a sarcastic voice. A mistake. I knew it was a mistake as soon as the 2 little words were out of my mouth. The woman stopped. She came back toward us. "What did you say?" she demanded. "Nothing," I said. But she kept staring at me through narrowed eyes. "What is your name?" I knew that answering Rachel was not going to work. She wanted my yerk name. I tensed up, ready for a fight. "Her name is not your concern," Tobias said. The woman sneered. "Oh, and why is that? You are spies. That's what you are, spies. Her name is not your concern. Tobias repeated. His name is your concern. He jerked his thumb at Axe because his name is Fisher 3. Fisher 3, the woman repeated skeptically. It took me a few seconds to track. What was Tobias talking about? Why was he saying Axe was Fisher 3? Fortunately, Axe caught on more quickly. He immediately began to demorph and return to Andalite form. And as soon as the Andalite stalk eyes appeared, the woman began to tremble. But you said Fisher 3. Oh, only Fisher 1 has an Andalite host body. Great. Fisher 3 had been promoted. Yeah, I said to the woman. But he was Fisher 3 back in the old days. Back when we were all friends. Comrades in arms. No one told us you were visiting Earth, Fisher. The woman babbled. She was clearly terrified. Obviously, Fisher 3's reputation had not softened any over the years. Hex had regained his full Andalite form, and the various controllers on the street were staring in a mixture of fascination and fear. Yes, my Fisher, yes! The woman took off fast, which left us standing around in the street, gaping at the Yerk pool, and a lot of controllers gaping at us. This isn't good, Marco said. We're just going to travel very fast that Fisher 3 is here. Someone is going to realize the truth. So what now? Jake wondered. How long does the Elmist want to leave us here? Until we are convinced he's right, Tobias said. There must be something more he wants us to see, Cassie said. I glanced at Cassie. She looked puzzled. I guess I expected her to look like, see, I told you so. Here's the future. But she seemed troubled, like she couldn't make sense of something that was bothering her. What? I asked her. She shrugged. Just a feeling. There's something deeper going on here. Something we don't get. The Yerk pool was a busy little place. Controllers coming and going. Most bodies were shoved into cages and dragged back out when it was time. There was a state procession along the 6 different piers, draining out and taking in Yerks. Over it all loomed the EGS tower, topped off by the glass dome. Why put a Yerk pool here? I wondered aloud. I mean, there's all kinds of open areas. Why go to the trouble of removing the buildings that were here? It's not like this is exactly a scenic location. I wonder what year it is, Marco said. Is this next year, 10 years from now, 20? I heard a low roar coming from the sky. A Yerk bug fighter swooped down low. took a turn around the EGS tower and settled toward the near side of the Yerk pool. I don't know why, but I felt drawn to that bug fighter. Maybe it was some strange psychic urging. Maybe it was the Elmist making me go closer to see what he wanted to show me. Wherever the urge came from, I found myself walking toward the bug fighter. "Hey!" Jake said. "What are you doing?" "You guys stay back," I said. "It's okay," Marcos said, jerking his thumb at Axe. "We're with Visher 3 here." "Excuse me, I mean Visher 1. And congrats on the big promotion, by the way." Oh shit, I just realized I had left out a little bit reading there, but sorry. God, embarrassing. But this is live, so woo. I'll read the missing part after I finish the chapter, and I'm sorry again. And some people probably caught anyways. And congrats on the big promotion, by the way. Axe stepped out quickly in front of me, swaggering and acting the role of the great and terrible Visher. As we drew closer to the pool, there was a crowd of controllers, humans, Hork-Bajir, taxons, and a few odd species I had never seen. The crowd parted very quickly. No one wanted to accidentally annoy Visher 1 in any way. We swaggered up to the bugfighter like the bosses of all the world. Then the door of the bugfighter opened. I stopped. Axe stopped as well. The others crowded behind us. My skin was tingling. My hair felt like it was standing on end. I knew something was about to happen. Something awesome and terrible. And then I stepped from the bug fighter, a human and an Andalite. I knew the Andalite. We had met before. I could feel the dark dread that emanated from him. Visher 3. The real Visher 3. Seeing Axe along with Visher 3, the crowd of controllers immediately knew the difference. Visher 3 has an Andalite body, but there is no mistaking him for anything other than a creature of pure evil. Well, well. Visher 3 said to the person with him. "Right on schedule. Just as you said it would be." I stared at the human. She was a pretty young woman, maybe 20 or 22 years old. She had blonde hair, cut short. She wore no makeup. Her clothes were plain. I had stopped breathing. My heart had stopped beating. I tried to swallow but couldn't. "Hello, Rachel," the woman said to me. "Hello, Rachel," I replied. End of chapter. And okay, the mistake I had made, I have no fucking idea how I could skip a few paragraphs. Maybe it is because I am tired, but I should not have made that fucking mistake. And this is one of the few times that I do wish that I didn't film this live, because I would have stopped what the fuck I was doing and started to refilm. Because holy shit. So it's the mistake was made when the woman was woman was going like, "If I had known, I would never." And there was a short little paragraph where Axe was uh, pretending to be Visher 3 and add some dialogue, and I remember fucking practicing, and at first I did Axe's Visher 3 voice the same as Visher 3, but then I was like, wait a minute, I want to show some difference. And then I remember practicing an alternate version. Then then I realized after a little bit, like, wait, I have not come into Axe's Visher 3 line, and it's near the end of the chapter. So, yeah, so I'm going to read Axe pretending to be Visher 3, and I'm, again, sorry. It's so fucking... today has been day of showing my low self-esteem. Okay, here it is. Hex waved his hand dismissively. Silence. You are right to remain vigilant. If you had not been vigilant, I would have destroyed you for being a careless fool. Now get out of here. Insane. Oh god, I'm so sorry. And it's even more embarrassing because this is a big fucking deal section. This is a big fucking deal. Like, these are important chapters here, and I'm just like, oh, I'm going to make the biggest mistake that I have done in the dramatic readings. Oh, here's the place to do it. Fuck! Oh my god. So sorry. So there's something spoilery that I would love to fucking talk about that happens in this chapter, but I can't because, no major spoilers. And I'm like, I really wish I hadn't put that rule in effect. Because I actually feel that way a bunch of times during this dramatic reading when I'm like, discussing things, and sometimes I so you go, well, this is really towing the line, but it's not technically. So, but yeah, it's a big fucking spoiler, and I do not want to ruin that. One of the things I liked in this chapter was the comparison between the Yeerk pools in modern day, at least for, the Animorphs, and present day for the Animorphs, the Yeerk pools, how they are, and the Yeerk pools in the future. Just like this whole, everyone has given up hope, that there is no hope, and everyone on Earth is like, fuck it. Or at least there are people that still feel hope. And so I did like that. I also like Tobias really fucking taking control. Like, Rachel, because of Rachel's mouth, there's problem. And then Tobias is the one to go, hey, I got a plan, and hey, I'm saving us all from this little bit of embarrassment for now. Okay, sort of a minorish spoiler where I'm sort of towing the line, but Tobias's feelings against the Elmist are really weirdly accurate. It's sort of like, I don't know, something happens later on in the series, and you can definitely tell this is one of those, god damn it. Okay, I'm not going to be saying without spoiling it, but just know that this thing with Tobias's opinion on what's, going on is actually makes a lot of really insane sense later on in the series, but yeah, can't say. I'm trying to quickly find a way where I can say what I want to say without doing major spoilers, but that is not happening. So we're just gonna leave it with that blabbering. And Maybe some of you will be able to make sense of it. Maybe you can't, so yay! Hopefully you can't. It just seems like the ravings of a madwoman. But if you do want to talk about this chapter, talk about my opinions, talk about my fuck up, comment down below, and remember, no major spoilers. There are some huge twists and turns in the series, and, well, they're the sort of twists and turns, if you don't know they're coming, you need to experience them without knowing what's about to happen, what's about to be revealed. And if you are wanting to talk about Animorphs spoilers with me, please, if you're watching on the YouTubes, link in the description to my Tumblr ask box, and, go wild with asking me stuff. And, if you want to ask me about what I was saying about Tobias, I'll spoil that if you send an ask to me, so yay! And if you are one of those newcomers that have come into this video without really knowing about Animorphs, and you're like, oh my god, this is actually really good. I thought it was just like a little kiddie series. This might actually have something to it. And if you want your very own copy of Animorphs number 7, The Stranger by Kay Applegate, if you're watching on the YouTubes, link in the description. If you are watching on my blog and on the desktop version of my blog, please choose the follow by email option so you will never miss out on another blog post. And I just don't do Jash reads. I also post some fanfics, some posts where I go into depth on certain topics, and every month I have a Flight Rising and Dragon Cave giveaway. So if you're a member of either of those two sites, may look into joining. Not joining doing the follow by email option on my blog. If you are viewing this on the YouTubes, I just realized I forgot the YouTubes. I'm forgetting a lot of shit today. If you're watching this on YouTubes, please like this video, as I believe it messes with the algorithm. So, more people have the choice to view this video and much better done videos. Yay! And also, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. I will be doing a dramatic reading of all the Animorphs books, minus the Alternomorphs, which are some choose your own adventure Animorphs books. And if that interests you, trust me, they just suck. I've been meaning to do a choose your own adventure for Animorphs, and I haven't gotten to doing it yet, just because of time constraints on my end. So, but I do plan to do that in the future, and gosh, so hey, it will be awesome, hopefully. But anyways, also on this YouTube channel, I do reviews every now and again, so I'll be, after the next review I do, I'm going to be switching to a few reviews of TV shows and movies, just for a little bit, just to sort of spice things up. And I would suggest, if you're watching it on the YouTube's, link in the description to my Twitter. The thing is, I sometimes post updates about projects, and sometimes even about Jash Reed, saying, yeah, I'm sorry this was late, or this is why filming wasn't done this day. So if you do want to keep up with me, If you ever wonder, hey, why isn't there a Jash Reads episode when Jash said there would be one, that's the place to go. And the next episode Jash Reads will be on Monday. No shit, today's Monday. Fuck, I actually sort of made this mistake in my head last week, but I never said it out loud. But anyways, next episode Jash Reads will be on Friday and will be more of Animorphs number 7, The Stranger by Kay Applegate. And now is the part where if you want to sit back, relax, and watch me work on a little bit more of my current graphic I'm working on, now you can do that. It's a nice little relaxing part. Maybe it'll sort of help you recover from, oh, the horror we fucking just, we're talking about. Sometimes I even manage to talk about my day and random other topics, depending. Okay. Okay. Ah, shit. I was like, oh, I'm going to do peaches around here, but I was like, I'll do the little lining and then the peaches. But then I'm like, oh shit, I do need to do Lanice. And I keep on wanting to say Lenore. Like the, yeah, Edgar Allan Poe poem. Well, I'm like, wait a minute. So let's see. Blonde hair, beauty. God damn it. Okay, this is gonna be sexist. Blonde actresses. I'm thinking of someone, but I can't. Like Lively, Amber Heard. Speaking of Amber Heard, I recently watched All the Boys Love Mandy Lane, and holy shit, that was a good movie. But I wouldn't recommend it to people who aren't horror fans, and especially aren't horror fans that like throwbacks to the good old days. It's really good movie if you like, if you have fond memories, because from the story to the actually just the quality of the film, the coloring makes it seem so much older than it actually is. Actually, goddamn it, yeah, Scarlett Johansson. Oh, I know that seems just so. Like, I guess there's really there's seem like I could do something else, but ta-da, I'm lame. Okay, I like that, but the thing is not the right color. Span G. Shit. Okay, that doesn't look transparent there. I actually do like the green there just because it's one of the colors of House Mormon is green. So, yeah, I guess this makes sense. Oh, yay. Let's hope that this is a transparent one that you don't have to go into the site. Because, yeah. I don't know. I actually have some useless images that I thought were transparent that didn't that turned out to not be transparent. And for some reason I don't get to delete them. Sort of like I had one X that God, I'm so bad at deleting phone numbers that I had an ex's phone number in there for a good long while. I'll just keep that's so like let's I know I should be like, oh, let's get all the cleavage rid. And I'm like, no, that's not all I do there. So yeah, now we got the picture, we got the hair, we got some nice coloring there with the green. And now we have to sort of fade her. I want her faded into the background. Now I'm realizing, oh, back in those days, the woman with short hair doesn't. Yeah, women had to have long hair, mostly, unless, yeah, other instances. But anyways, I just realized that, but I do like the coloring. So that's why I'm keeping it. But anyways, I want her faded into the background. You still see her, but it's not as apparent. And that is faded too much. Okay. I do like that, but it's not faded enough. I just realized if I do fade a certain way, then then it's like, why did I spend all the time thinking about the coloring when I'm only jacking shit? Okay, I do like linear burn. And here I am going to write linear because I sometimes have trouble remembering what option I really liked, as longtime viewers can attest to. Actually, okay. Yeah. Billy professional over here. Hard light, vivid light, but I don't really like the coloring going away. Damn it. But vivid light. So I like now it's, as I said, like I really like this one because you get to see her, but the coloring, she blends in enough. I was like, but so it's like, why did I spend all that time thinking about the coloring when it mean jack and shit? And this is sometimes when doing graphics, I usually have a plan, and then over the course of making the graphic, it's like, oh, it changes about 50 different times. Yeah, I do like vivid light. That just fucking creepy there. It's like, hey, I am York. Sorry, exclusion. And this one just brings to the forefront way too much. That is creepy. I want to use that song. Not this picture and that effect and everything, but it's just like I sort of like this. Okay. And what one? Vivid light. Okay, vivid light there. Okay. And we're going to save our progress for the night. Be funky. Existing project. Yes. So yeah, that's it for tonight. We got Scarlett Johansson as Lanice as the background. I should have chosen someone with longer hair, but God. Now my whole excuse of, well, I like the colorings, like falls to the wayside. Yeah. I don't know. Sorry. I'm like, now I sort of want to go back and change it, but it's like Scarlett Johansson's very pretty, and it's like supposed to be a really pretty woman, like a goddess. So yeah, it works. It totally works in that way. But this is one of those things that works, but it's gonna fucking bug me forever. I mean, so. Anyways, next episode, Jash Reads, will be on Friday, and we'll continue Animorphs number 7, The Stranger by Kay Applegate. And until next video, goodbye.